All right, another day, another maple. There we have Acer Japonicum Gossamer. A really cool dwarf. I like this one. Probably my favorite dwarf. I mean, Fairy Lights is nice, but I just like the compact nature of Gossamer. They say it's a hybrid. I don't know if I believe that or not. It could be a Palmatum Japonicum hybrid, but it really looks like a Japonicum. So I'm gonna go with just Japonicum. Here we have, it's coming out. It's kind of sparse. I've kind of pruned it up the last couple years. Let it fill in later. Still in the shaping process, but this one is Phelise. Really cool reticulation on yellow with kind of a red-orange trim on the leaves, and then green reticulation on a lace leaf. Nice. It'll turn more green, as you see this one. And then it'll actually, with sunlight, it'll turn more red. And then it gets these secondary flushes. It'll be like green, red, and then it gets these pink and yellow secondary flushes. Really nice tree, a lot of different changes. I mean, this one's ugly, but it will be nice, I promise. It's just gonna take a few years of me shaping it to get to be the way I want it to be. It's in the ground, so. Phelise. Here's some seedlings, some cool seedlings. I really like this one. This one is Sekimori seedling. That's some nice orange red new growth. This one has that kind of those sumabini tips on it. They've been lasting. This one came out, this one's been out for, I don't know, probably almost 2 months now, and it still has some color on the tips. Gets a decent amount of sun here. This one's a Ukagumo seedling. I got some really neat little seedlings out of Ukagumo. Here is another Ukagumo seedling. This one has some unique coloration. It's kind of holding on to it. It was more pink orange in the early spring, but it still has some nice kind of rosy copperish blushing to it. This one had some, this is a Mystic Makawa seedling. It's got some pink secondary flushes on it. It had, it was kind of dark with, it had tips like Sumagaki on it when it first came out, but it's lost those now. Not quite as exciting. That one's an Ukagumo seedling. That one's kind of neat. Little Ukagumo seedling, another Ukagumo seedling. Here's one. Not particularly bright colored. Here's a neat one. This is I think a Sekimori seedling. Those kind of a pink orange secondary growth on it, and it's starting to bronze up as it gets later in the season. It was all green, but it's bronze, so that one's one to keep an eye on. Sekimori seedling. Okay, there we have Celebration, looking great as always. Look at that pink on Celebration. I put it in a larger pot. It's in a pretty big pot now. Pruned it up. It's kind of got the Milwaukee style going on right now. It'll fill out more though. I just pruned it. I didn't really like the way it looked. So, and then I was looking at it and oh, that'll actually kind of look nice with that shape. And I don't want it to get too big, so I kind of want to keep it right around this height, really. The thing about maples, especially the ones with nice leaves on them that you like to look at, the leaves, you let them get big and you don't really see those leaves anymore. So I mean, I prefer that these type, the ones that really like, especially reticulated types, that they stay small enough to where I can look down on the tops of the leaves instead of when they get really big. Still pretty when they get big. I mean, you got you know, you're looking at a pink tree, big pink tree. So that's nice. You just don't see the details when they get bigger. Here is a Moriyama. Some Moriyama bonsai, or pre-bonsai I'm working on. Nice Nabari on this one. Got seeds, got Samaras on it. Always like a Moriyama. It's a nice older cultivar. Here is a purple Matsumuri, kind of a dark purple, kind of a unique purple. Livy is similar in color to this one too. This one is John Tuvon. Supposedly that name is not correct, but that's what it's being sold at right now until the name gets changed. John Tuvon. I don't know. I'm kind of undecided on this one. It's a really fast growing tree. If you like this kind of purple color, then you probably would like this one. Here, loaded with seeds. This is Acer elegantium. Looking forward to seeing what I get out of seedlings from those. That should be some neat stuff. Acer elegantium. This one gets some really nice secondary fleshes on it. If I can show you here, really pretty. Acer elegantium can get very large, so beware. I'll keep this one to a certain smaller size, so it doesn't get too big. It's already producing seeds for me, so I don't need it to be huge. Just as long as it's big enough and old enough to produce seeds, that's all I care. There we have Acer pictum Hoshiyadori. Always looking beautiful. Really beautiful tree. All the pictums are cool. I mean, I love the pictums. I mean, how can you not love that tree? Hoshiyadori. There we have a palmatum, pink princess, witch's broom from Benny Shichihenge. Really neat looking little tree. Mine's starting to get bigger. I mean, it's a dwarf, but starting to, it's good size for one of these. You don't see these, since it's a fairly new cultivar, you don't see large ones of these too often. I've never seen a large one. Fur down there. Looking kind of sparse this year. This is Yamanishiki. Got some variegation on it. Like maybe 1/3 of it is variegated. It's a really nice multicolor, dark red witch's broom from Fireglow. This is Cricket. Acer Amoinum Cricket. Really like that one. I mean, I got rid of my Red Sentinel, which I liked. It was a pretty tree, but I like the uniqueness. I like the color changes in Cricket better. I mean, Red Sentinel was a nice red all summer for me. But it stays pretty cool here, so it doesn't get dark and then fade out for me. It pretty much stayed red. But Cricket has these nice color changes. Nice little greens and lighter reds and darker reds. Big tree, not much to look at, but gives me Samaras and some nice little seedlings. I've got some reddish colored seedlings this year. This is Acer passiflorum. I like it because of the small leaves. I think it'll produce some nice cultivars. This is Acer truncatum baby dragon. Looking nice, kind of a semi-weeping or kind of a pendulous cultivar. Fast grower, but I would consider it a dwarf, a fast growing dwarf. This is my green prince. I had to chop this thing up. Doesn't look quite as cool as it used to, but it's still a neat tree and it'll grow. But I had to shape it. It just was too big for the spot. That's Cedrus Libani, green prince. This red one looks like a blood-good red emperor, one of those type of trees. This is Hino Sukasa. Not one that you see in the trade too much. Nice red though, really nice red. Beautiful Amoenum shaped leaves. So really nice tree. Here we have, oh, what is this one? Purple curl with its weird colors coming in on it. This one goes through some neat color changes for sure. It's really growing a lot this year. Purple curl. This one is pretty sure an Amoenum Shirasawanum hybrid. Here we have Goshiki Koto Hime. This one, I mean, always you get these areas on it, branches that die on it every year. It kind of reshapes itself. It's fine though. I'll trim those out, those dead branches, and then it'll send off new branches. It has this kind of weird, irregular growth. Really pretty tree, but you do have to deal with these branch die-offs that it has. It doesn't have well, it has some every year. Some years more than other, but that's just it's a trait of this particular cultivar. Some people don't like the fact that it does that. I don't mind. It, like I said, it grows back, and I think it adds to the shape of the tree when those kind of self prunes itself. Goshiki Koto Hime. Here's one that Micah over at Maplestone Ornamentals was watching, trialing. He gave me one to observe, see how I like it. It's nice, pretty tree. It's called Canyon Sky. He hasn't released it yet, and last year it sounded like he maybe wasn't going to release it as a cultivar, but we'll see. I'm liking it this year. It's really pretty. Starting to fill out, get larger. I have it staked up. It's a dissectum. I'm sure it weeps more, but I like to stake up the dissectums and have them weep down. I think they look prettier that way. But I guess it depends on the setting too. They look nice when they're just weeping, when you just let them grow their normal way too. Canyon Sky, Acer Amoenum Canyon Sky. Here's one of my favorite dissectums. Hard to see on here with its very fine leaves. This is red filigree lace. Nice and dark. Just a very delicate looking tree, but it's actually kind of tough. Doesn't burn really as he handles the sun quite well. Red filigree lace. It's kind of hard to see on camera. I guess mine's not big enough for it to really look impressive on camera yet. But it is a nice sized one. It grew out some this year, so it's growing. Here we have Benny Ukagumo. Looking awesome. Look at that. Benny Ukagumo. Really pretty. Variegated tree. Sand dusted variegated tree. This is a hot ticket. It's hard to get a hold of, and sometimes it goes for some pretty high prices. There's a lot of nurseries trying to produce it now, so hopefully in the next couple of years it becomes more available and comes down in price. But I don't know. Some of these maples have gotten so popular the last couple of years that if they're a cultivar that people like, it's hard to get a hold of them sometimes. Here's my big palmatifolium. This one's primarily, I have this one for seeds, Samara seeds. Haven't really gotten much out of it as far as seeds, but I just kind of a couple years ago started growing the seedlings out. So hopefully I get some neat stuff out of this one. This one's produced a lot of other cultivars. So I have, I think, a big branch that's either dying or it's just coming out real slow on this one, unfortunately. But that's okay. It's got lots of Samaras on it.